Life will test you again and again, not once, not twice, many times, and every time you'll think, maybe I'm not good enough. But that's exactly the moment when you must keep going, because giving up is easy. Anyone can give up. But only those who continue when it makes no sense, those are the people who win in the end. When you start chasing your goal, everything seems exciting. You're full of energy, full of dreams. But after a while, reality hits. People doubt you. Plans fail. You lose money, time, confidence, and sometimes even friends. This is where most people quit. They think, it's not meant for me, but that's wrong. The truth is, the road to success is built on failure, not luck. I remember someone once said, winners are just losers who tried one more time. That's it, one more time. Every failure teaches you something no success ever can. It teaches patience. It teaches humility. It teaches how to stand again when everything inside you says, sit down. When you face rejection, smile. When you fail, learn. When people don't believe in you, believe in yourself twice as much. Because success is not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the one who doesn't stop walking when everyone else sits down. You might be working hard and still not see results. That's okay. Great things take time. A seed doesn't become a tree overnight. You have to water it, protect it, wait for it. Your dream is the same. Keep feeding it with effort, discipline, and belief. There will be moments when life seems unfair. It will look like others are moving faster than you. Don't compare. Everyone's timing is different. Just focus on your own race. Stay honest. Stay consistent. Remember, no storm lasts forever. The darkest nights produce the brightest stars. One day you'll look back and realize every failure, every rejection, every sleepless night, it was preparing you for something greater. So whatever your goal is, never give up. Even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when no one claps for you, keep going. Because one day, the world will see what you saw when no one else did. That's your goal quest. Keep walking it step by step and never, ever stop believing in yourself. Life is full of challenges, and no matter who you are, you'll face rejection, setbacks, and moments of deep frustration. It's easy to lose hope when things don't go your way. You apply for a job and don't get it. You work hard on something and it fails. People ignore your efforts or tell you that your ideas won't work. In those moments, it feels like the world is pushing you to give up, but that's exactly when you must push back. Perseverance isn't just about trying again. It's about believing that every no is bringing you closer to a less. Rejection doesn't define you, it refines you. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has faced rejection at some point. Some were told they weren't smart enough, capable enough, or experienced enough. Yet they kept moving. They used rejection as fuel, not a wall. The truth is, perseverance builds strength in ways comfort never can. It turns pain into progress and doubt into direction. The people who keep going despite failure are not necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. They are simply the most determined. When life says no, perseverance teaches you to ask, why not? It's that inner voice that tells you to take one more step even when you're exhausted. Every setback becomes a test of your willpower. Do you stop or do you continue? Those who persevere understand that success is not an event. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens through small, consistent efforts made over time. Think about the times when you almost gave up. Maybe you were tired. Maybe you were discouraged, but something inside told you to try one more time. That small decision to continue might not bring instant success, but it shapes your character. It teaches resilience. And resilience is what separates those who reach their goals from those who only dream about them. Perseverance also changes how you see failure. Instead of seeing it as a dead end, you begin to see it as a lesson. Every failure gives you feedback. It tells you what didn't work, what to improve, and how to move forward smarter. When you learn to handle rejection calmly, you take away its power to break you. You realize that every no is not the end, it's a redirection. Most people quit too early. They stop just before things start to change. The difference between success and failure is often one extra try, one extra day, one more moment of patience. Perseverance is not just about effort, it's about mindset. It's choosing to continue even when results are invisible. It's understanding that real progress happens quietly beneath the surface before the world sees it. So when rejection knocks you down, don't stay there. Get up, adjust your approach, and keep going. Every time you rise after falling, you become stronger, wiser, and closer to your goal. Life rewards those who refuse to quit. That's what perseverance truly means, never letting rejection decide your future. Failure is something most people fear, but it's also one of the most powerful teachers in life. No one enjoys failing, yet without it, no one truly grows. Failure strips away comfort and ego. It exposes what you don't know, what you need to improve, And where you've been careless, it's easy to celebrate success, but the truth is, success often hides mistakes while failure reveals them. Every time you fail, you gain something valuable: experience, awareness, and strength. These lessons can't be learned from books or advice. They come only through experience and struggle. When things don't go your way, it's natural to feel disappointed, but that moment of pain is where learning begins. Failure forces you to stop, think, and analyze. It demands honesty. You can't lie to yourself about why something didn't work. You have to face your weaknesses and limitations. And once you do, you become sharper. You grow. Every failure adds another layer of understanding to your journey. People who are afraid to fail often end up doing very little. They wait for perfect timing, perfect plans, and perfect confidence. But perfection never arrives. Those who achieve great things take action, knowing failure might happen. They understand that failing doesn't make them losers. It makes them learners. Each mistake is a step forward, not backward. It shows you what doesn't work so you can find what does. Failure also builds humility. It reminds you that you're not invincible and that success isn't guaranteed. It teaches you to respect effort, to value persistence, and to appreciate small wins. When you've failed enough times, you stop being afraid of it. You realize failure is not a dead end, it's a crossroads. It gives you choices to give up or to grow stronger. The ones who grow use failure as a stepping stone toward their next success. One of the greatest gifts failure gives you is perspective. It helps you understand that every successful person you admire has failed many times. They just didn't quit. They treated every loss as feedback. Each setback gave them direction, not discouragement. When you start thinking this way, you stop fearing failure. You start respecting it. You see it as part of the process, not a punishment. Sometimes failure saves you from going down the wrong path. What looks like a loss might actually be protection. Maybe a business idea failed because you weren't ready. Maybe an opportunity fell apart because something better was waiting. Failure doesn't just close doors, it opens the right ones. It reshapes your mindset, helping you handle pressure, rejection, and uncertainty with patience. In the end, failure builds character. It teaches you that progress isn't about avoiding mistakes, it's about learning from them. Every time you rise after falling, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Success that comes without failure is fragile, but success built on failure is strong, lasting, and real. So never fear failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it guide you toward the future you're working for. Believing in yourself is the foundation of every great achievement. No matter how talented or skilled you are, if you don't trust your own abilities, you'll hesitate, doubt, and eventually hold yourself back. Self-belief is not arrogance, it's quiet confidence. It's the inner voice that says, I can handle this, even when everything around you says otherwise. When no one believes in your vision, when support fades and criticism grows, self-belief becomes your anchor. It keeps you grounded, focused, and willing to keep moving forward. There will be times when people question your goals. They might call your ideas unrealistic or laugh at your ambitions. That's part of the journey. The truth is, most people can only see what exists right now. They can't see what you're capable of building. That's why believing in yourself matters so much. It allows you to see beyond your current situation. You create faith in your own potential, even when it's invisible to others. Self-belief doesn't mean you'll never feel doubt. Everyone feels uncertain sometimes. The difference is those who believe in themselves keep going despite that doubt. They take small steps, learn along the way, and adjust without losing sight of the goal. Confidence grows through action, not comfort. Each time you take a risk and survive it, your belief becomes stronger. It's like a muscle. You have to use it to make it grow. There's power in trusting yourself when others don't. When you truly believe you can achieve something, your mind starts working differently. You look for solutions instead of excuses. You see challenges as opportunities, not threats. You stop waiting for motivation or approval and start building momentum through discipline. Self-belief gives you direction when plans fail and energy when progress feels slow. It's easy to believe in yourself when things are going well, but real belief is tested in the dark moments when you're tired, rejected, and uncertain about the future. That's when it matters most. If you can hold on to your belief in those moments, you've already won half the battle. Because success is rarely about talent or luck alone. It's about staying mentally strong long enough for your hard work to pay off. Believing in yourself also attracts the right people. Confidence is magnetic. When you carry yourself with quiet certainty, others begin to notice. Opportunities come to those who project belief, not because they're lucky, but because they show readiness. No one wants to follow someone unsure of their own path. Belief gives you presence. It makes your words and actions carry weight. In the end, self-belief is about trust. trusting that your effort will matter, that your skills will grow, and that your journey has purpose. You may not know how everything will work out, but you trust that it will. That mindset is what keeps dreamers moving when logic says stop. So keep believing in yourself even when no one claps, even when it's hard to see progress. The moment you stop believing is the moment your dream starts to fade. Never let that happen. In a world full of competition, it's easy to get caught comparing your progress to others. You see people your age doing better, earning more, or reaching goals faster, and you start to question yourself. You wonder if you're too late, too slow, or just not good enough. But comparison is a thief. It takes away your peace and distracts you from your own path. The truth is everyone's journey is different. Success is not a race. It's a process, and each person has their own timing. When you focus too much on what others are doing, you lose sight of your own purpose. You start living according to someone else's timeline instead of your own. But growth doesn't happen under pressure from comparison. It happens when you stay true to your own pace and direction. You can admire others' success, but never let it make you doubt your own progress. Everyone starts from a different place. What took someone 5 years might take you 10, but that doesn't mean you're behind. It just means your story is different. Each person faces unique challenges. Some people have resources, connections, or opportunities that you don't. But you have your own strengths too, qualities, experiences, and lessons that no one else has. When you stop comparing, you start noticing those gifts. You begin to understand that your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. The goal isn't to be better than others. It's to be better than who you were yesterday. Focusing on your own journey also builds peace of mind. You stop chasing quick wins and start appreciating steady growth. You learn to enjoy small victories, finishing a task, learning something new, improving one skill at a time. That's how lasting success is built. When you're not distracted by competition, you give yourself the freedom to grow with patience and clarity. It's important to remember that success doesn't come at the same speed for everyone. Some people peak early, others bloom later. There's no fixed timeline. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Every step counts, no matter how small it seems. Even slow progress is progress. The key is consistency. As long as you're improving, you're winning your own race. When you focus on your own path, you start defining success on your own terms. For some, it's wealth. For others, it's peace, freedom, or growth. When you know what success means to you, you stop chasing what others have and start building what you truly want. This shift in mindset changes everything. It turns envy into inspiration and pressure into purpose. So, don't let comparison steal your joy or slow you down. Celebrate other people's success, but never forget your own value. Your time will come. Your path may be longer or harder, but that's what will make your story meaningful. Keep your focus on your own lane. Stay patient and trust that your moment will arrive when it's meant to. Real success isn't about being first. It's about finishing strong in your own journey. Patience is one of the hardest, but most powerful skills you can develop. In a world where everyone wants quick results and instant success, patience feels like weakness. But the truth is, patience is strength. It's the ability to stay calm when things move slower than you expected. It's trusting the process when you can't yet see the outcome. Every dream, no matter how big, needs time to grow, just like a seed that takes months or even years before it becomes a strong, fruit-bearing tree. The problem is most people give up too early. They plant the seed but don't wait long enough to see it grow. They lose faith because progress feels invisible. But growth doesn't always show on the surface. Sometimes life is preparing your foundation. Just like a seed growing roots underground before it breaks through the soil, you might not see results today, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Patience allows you to keep working, trusting that your time will come. Success that comes too fast rarely lasts. Quick wins feel good, but they don't build depth. The things that truly matter, skills, relationships, businesses, and dreams, require time, consistency, and persistence. Patience teaches you endurance. It gives you the emotional control to keep moving without losing hope. When you practice patience, you stop chasing short-term rewards and start focusing on long-term growth. Impatience, on the other hand, can destroy great potential. When you rush the process, you make poor decisions, you stop learning, you lose focus. You start comparing your journey to others and feel discouraged. But when you're patient, you learn to value timing. You understand that not everything needs to happen right now. Some things take months or even years to align. You trust that your effort will pay off when the time is right. Patience also builds character. It teaches humility and discipline. It makes you more grateful for the results you earn. When you wait and work for something, the reward feels deeper. You appreciate it because you know what it cost you, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the consistency when no one was watching. Every delay becomes a lesson, shaping you into someone capable of handling success with maturity. There's a quiet confidence that comes with patience. You stop panicking when progress feels slow. You stop doubting yourself when results don't show immediately. Instead, you keep working, improving, and trusting your direction. You realize that every great story unfolds in its own time. Some of the most successful people in history spent years waiting for one opportunity, but when it arrived, they were ready because they didn't waste their waiting period. They grew through it. Patience isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing your best and trusting the rest. It's knowing that time is your ally, not your enemy. So keep nurturing your dream. Keep putting in the effort. The results might not come today or tomorrow, but they will come. Stay patient, stay consistent. And when your moment arrives, you'll be ready to make the most of it. Every struggle in life has a purpose, even if you can't see it right away. When you go through hard times, it's natural to feel frustrated, lost, or even defeated. You might ask yourself, why is this happening to me? But later, when you look back, you realize those challenges were shaping you into someone stronger and wiser. Struggles are not punishments, they are preparation. They teach you lessons that comfort never could. Without challenges, you wouldn't discover your strength, creativity, or resilience. Every successful person has gone through pain, rejection, or failure before reaching success. The difference is how they looked at those moments. Instead of running from difficulty, they faced it and learned from it. Every time life knocked them down, they got up with a new understanding. Struggles force you to grow. They make you resourceful. They push you to think differently, to adapt, and to keep going when it's easier to quit. It's easy to love the good days, but it's the tough days that build character. When everything is smooth, you don't grow much. Growth happens in discomfort. When you're uncertain, scared, or tired, but still decide to continue, each struggle adds a layer of strength to your mindset. You start realizing that pain doesn't last forever, but the lessons it gives you do. Those lessons become your tools for the future. Struggles also reveal what really matters. When you're going through hardship, unnecessary things fall away. You learn who your real friends are, what your priorities should be, and what you truly care about. That clarity helps you focus on what's important instead of chasing distractions. Every tough experience simplifies your vision and makes you sharper. Sometimes what feels like a setback is actually redirection. Life has a way of guiding you through difficulties towards something better. Maybe a job loss pushes you toward a career you actually love. Maybe a failure teaches you the skills you'll need for a bigger opportunity later. When things don't go your way, it's not always the end. It could be life preparing you for something you can't see yet. Struggles also build gratitude. When you finally achieve success, you value it more because you remember the journey. The sleepless nights, the doubt, the effort, it all makes victory sweeter. Without hardship, success feels empty. But when you've earned it through perseverance, it carries meaning and pride. You understand that nothing comes easy, and that realization keeps you humble and focused. The most powerful thing about struggles is that they show you your true potential. You discover strength you didn't know you had. You realize that you can handle more than you thought. And once you've been through enough challenges, fear loses its grip. You stop being afraid of difficulty because you know you can survive it. So when life gets hard, don't run away. Embrace the struggle. Learn from it. Trust that it's shaping you for something greater. Every obstacle, every failure, every delay, it's all part of your preparation. The pain will pass, but the growth will stay with you forever.